Oh, I did it again. Oh, there we go. Attorney General, how are you?
You are wilding out tonight. Oh my
Uh,
God.
yeah, just jamming out, you know. I got my guitar over there. Stuff's go. We're hovering currently in our silent helicopters above Los Angeles, watching the chaos ensue that we're creating beneath our blades. How's the night going for you, Attorney General?
How's that? I heated up some rice and beans, and then I was like, oh, we're doing the show. I can't eat it.
Yeah, yeah, it's really
That's my
hard to
night.
eat with our masks. I really try not to take my mask off ever. So when I'm out in the field, I often have to pour water down the front of it. You just stuff burritos down the top of it and let it sit in there and kind of munch on it like a horse.
You say that, but I know you're just self-conscious about the way you look. I know you're just self-conscious about it, and you're afraid to let the world see that pretty face of yours.
You're you're right. You're
Oh,
right.
you can work on it. You can work on it. Stuff to
You
work
don't know
on.
that I don't look like Cobra Commander under here. You know, I mean, I look like Cobra Commander above here. You don't know. You don't know what I look like.
I don't know who Cobra Commander is.
He's a guy.
He's a guy?
Yeah, he's a guy.
Like, oh, I've seen tons of guys. I get it.
Hey,
Totally get
we're
it.
hearing in the chat, AG, that you're kind of low right now. You might want to turn up that gain knob on that big old microphone in front of you.
How's this sound? How's this sound?
Oh, give it
Wait,
a little
how's this
more. Give it
sound?
some more.
You want to get, how about that?
Oh
How's
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah. I think it's
Oof.
also because I am incredibly loud. That's
Oh,
probably.
are you?
I think I am.
I sound super loud in my headphones now. I feel like I'm gonna blow out one of my eardrums.
That's We're blowing it out. We're blowing it out tonight.
Won't be the worst thing to happen. How are you doing, attorney? How are you doing, propaganda czar?
I'm pretty good. It's been a pretty fucked up week. We've had to do a lot of shit. There's been a lot of shit going down, and I don't even know if we should talk about everything.
Yeah, I think it's just been a very depressing week, and I think the people need some their local heads of the anti-fascist movement to cheer them up a little bit, and that's what we're here to do.
That's what we're here to do.
God damn it.
Bette Midler. You know,
But did you say Bette Midler?
gotta keep the troops entertained. Uh, I don't even know what that's quoting. I'm quoting a movie that quotes that and says Bette Midler got to keep the troops entertained. I don't even remember what movie it is. So off to a good start as usual. Uh, Hello, we're go to the chat. We
Hey.
got yeah, we're gonna Wiz World's in the chat. We got our guest coming up later in the show. We got Frankie Griffin from Wiz World and Doom Room. We got a weapons expert coming to talk about some of our new tech. Uh,
Pow.
but right now,
Bow.
before any of that, we're going to lay down one of our continuing list of demands. This is a demand from Antifa of the new world that we will forge, not a new world disorder. Uh, Attorney General, why don't you throw down our demand for this week?
Yeah. All public transit free. Free, y'all. That's what we're saying. That's what we're trying to do. All public transit
Fuck yeah.
is going to be free. You know
Fuck
why?
yeah.
Not everything has to be profitable monetarily. Sometimes the profit is just, I don't know, the benefit, its benefit to humanity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, because if you fucking care about profit, what's actually happening too is that train is taking a person to a job that you're taxing them to do, and then they are already giving you what, like $30 that day, and you're just tacking on an extra three just to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Eat
Yeah.
my shit. Figure it out, you fucking assholes.
Fucking figure it out because why would I pay upwards of $1,200 a month if you're in
right?
if you're in a city like Los Angeles or New York. Why would I pay up to
1,200 a
$1,200 a
year.
month? I mean a year. Sorry.
What train are you? I mean, the silent helicopters, they are electric, but they do still cost a lot of electricity. So 12,
They
you
are
know.
very expensive. It's like, what are you? It's just like, come on, y'all. Why that money could be used elsewhere to help out a local business, put money into the economy. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know things. But hey, I'm just the head of a terrorist organization. So what do I know?
Yeah, right. We're terrorists.
We're terrorists.
So take our advice as much as you would a terrorist advice, which is you fucking should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if a guy is taking control of an airplane, it's time to listen to that guy.
If a
Not
guy's
saying
taking
we're doing that, just saying as a is that I want to say hyperbole, but I don't. My English is just bad today. Ag.
I'll be honest, this is not the first time the word hyperbole has come up in conversation for me this week, and I still don't know what that means.
Good. All right, we're on the same
Still...
page at least. The bus should be fucking free though. Let's get back. The bus should, no, but we're not paying
Make the
for the
bus
bus anymore.
free.
You can find
Make
the
the bus
fucking
free.
money. What are we seeing in the chat? What do you guys think about the bus being free? I'm sure you fucking agree. Yeah, for $1,200 a month on the train, you can sleep on it. That's true. And you
That's
should sleep
fucking
on the
true.
train. We should organize a sleep in on the train. People always get pissed off when people are sleeping on the train, but we should normalize it. Let's all sleep on the fucking train.
I'll take it a step further. I think we should have a lock-in. Don't you remember lock-ins at school?
Those were
How much
so
fun that was?
everybody down there in the station with their sleeping bags in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and everybody, and they closed the gate to get out, and
Because
you're
people
like,
are already
"You're here."
jacking it on the train. Like, people are always jacking it at those lock-ins somewhere in the room. People are
You think
jacking it on the train already.
I've never been at a lock-in where somebody is so brazen enough to jack it.
You don't know that you just don't know that they're jacking it, but they're jacking
That's
it.
true. That's true. And you know what? I'm the first one to admit what I don't know.
We're getting in the chat here. Jupiter Like the Planet said, I did a lock-in at the church. I used to get all my fingering in on that one night a year. So,
Whoa.
you know,
What are you fingering? Some
people are
pudding?
getting fingered.
No, my
Wizworld,
favorite thing to finger
Frankie's
is
saying he's fingering himself, which is probably true. Should we move on to some news? Let's get this show rolling. We got some important guests in the pipeline here. Oh my God, that's one of them right now. You're not supposed to see them. That's oh no, that's another one. They're coming up later. Holy shit. Oops. Oh no. All right, wait. Okay, here's the news. We're here. That's not it either. That's it. Oh boy. So there's been a lot of stuff going on the past couple days.
True.
Just plug in some of our street teams, some of the stuff we've been up to lately. I mean, this guy doesn't, he says savages in Louisville had truckloads of makeshift riot shields ready to deploy. Put FBI Director Chris Wray wants you to believe it's merely a disorganized ideology, which it's not at all. We are absolutely. Does this look disorganized to you? This is peak organization here. This is the organization that the right is terrified of. Those are heavy canvas. That's not thin canvas. That's not like a muslin. That's like a thick canvas. That could stop a breeze if it's not too strong. It could stop
right. Some leaves falling off of a tree.
Exactly. And that's no joking matter.
No, not at all.
That's no joking matter.
I'd also like to give a big thank you to U-Haul for helping our terrorist organization.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say. Yeah, thank U-Haul. U-Haul's they're terrorists now.
U-Haul are terrorists. They signed a document saying that they would help us in any of our any of our unloadings at different protests across the country. So
So if
thank
you're,
you.
yeah, thank you. If you're a member of Antifa and you see somebody driving a U-Haul, just give them one of these. Like, I see you. We're doing, like give them just we get it, like a little nod.
Just like that, point at your eyes, point at their eyes, and then make a fist. And
Yeah.
then they're like, all right, we're part of the same group.
Yeah.
We're part of the
That
same
might,
group.
it might, I, hopefully you do it to the right person. It doesn't get you in a fight, but it should work.
Yeah, because it looks like you're going, hey, you, me, you, we're fighting right now.
It could be
That's what it
misconstrued
looks
that way,
like.
but that's not it.
That's not it. That's not it, though.
This is another news story from around the world. What's this one here, AG?
So, get this. So a man died recently after eating so much licorice that his goddamn heart stopped. Did y'all know
That can
that you
happen?
can eat? Yeah, did you know that shit can that shit can happen? Oh, so this man, he switched over from eating regular licorice to black licorice.
Wait, so
And
before this, he was eating regular licorice as his sole diet every day, and he
it
was
wasn't his
fine?
it wasn't his sole diet, but I guess he just really liked licorice. So he switches over to black licorice and he starts eating a bag a day for a few weeks. And
That's too much.
That's way too much.
Yeah.
I'm like a bag of licorice once a year. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Every day.
Every goddamn day for lunch.
So what does it do? Do you just get clogged up with licorice?
So I didn't know this, but if you eat like too much licorice, it can throw like the minerals in your nutrients, the nutrients in your body out of whack. So much so that it can cause you have like arrhythmic heart beats. I think that's the word for it. And and you can also make your heart stop, like in this case.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Maybe we
right?
can figure out a way to weaponize this against police. That would be really cool. They're all fat. They like candy. They'll just go for it, and we can kill all the police that way.
Licorice flavored donuts.
It is really
be
kind of.
able-
I just wish it was white licorice that killed somebody.
well, instead of black licorice.
Yeah, it's just bad. It's not a great look.
That's right. You know what? I think we should start calling white licorice. I think that red licorice is the white licorice. If we're
Red
being
licorice is the white licorice. Yeah.
I think that's
Red licorice is now called white licorice. That's a new demand. Add it to the list. Red licorice, now white licorice.
Add it to the list, and it's growing steadily, y'all. We're gonna come out with like a whole list at some point of all the demands that we've made and put it online.
We should publish them, actually. Yeah, maybe it'll be a toilet book.
A toilet book? It was
wanna-
perfect for toilet reads.
Yeah, just read it on the toilet.
Cause who the fuck can read a Jane Austen book at in like the time you take a pooper?
Right?
Like, I don't know.
I mean, I
Sorry.
don't know.
I get worked up
Sometimes
about
I
this
can
kind
do
of
that.
stuff.
This happened. Costco co-founder told CEO he'd kill him if the price of a hot dog went up.
God damn.
$1.50 for decades. Now, see, this Costco hot dog is a staple amongst a lot of just everybody. A lot of really good people. A lot of a lot of trained kids. A lot of crust punks. Often will play rancid songs on the sidewalk for a few hours and then hike over to Costco.
What's a train kid?
A train kid?
Yeah, what the fuck is a train kid?
It's a modern sort of hobo, but like like a young, like a crust punk that's on the train lines, bouncing around with a bindle with beans in them. They eat a lot of Costco hot dogs. They eat a lot of Costco hot dogs. People depend on those hot dogs.
People depend on them hot dogs.
And
how much is it?
Yeah,
how much is it?
It's
like
$1.50. Yeah,
it's $1.50.
And Costco only makes 8 cents on each hot dog, which I think is beautiful. It's a service.
Wow.
It's a service. When Costco president George W. Craig Jelinek, I don't know.
Mhm.
Once complained to Costco co-founder, former CEO Jim Nagel, that their monolithic warehouse business was losing money on their famously cheap $1.50 hot dog and soda package. Oh yeah, you also get a soda with that, by the way.
You get a soda, dude?
You get a soda too. It's fucking
Oh my
sweet.
god.
It's fucking sick.
That is really
Uh,
sick.
and he listened, nodded, and then did his best to take the situation perfectly clear. Hey, if you raise the price of an effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out. We need more of
Jesus.
that in the like people need that fucking $1.50 hot dog. If you make that cost anymore, I will fucking kill you. Because you will literally probably kill people doing that.
That's wild to
So
me.
that one co-founder of Costco is now an Antifa honorary member.
Yeah, add the list. Add the Costco to the list of Antifa affiliates, right
AG,
alongside with U-Haul and Debbie Snack Cakes.
AG, what's this story? This is yours.
Yeah, so this is a UCLA scientists create the world's smallest refrigerator. It's so tiny. It's so tiny. It's like a millionth of the size of like
I
a
don't know if that's like
regular
some bros at UCLA like, oh, my mini fridge isn't like mini enough.
mini enough.
What if we made it like as mini as we could? Like, do you think your dad would pay for it? That's like that's is that how it got made? What is it? Is it cooler than it looks like porn? It looks like it's some maybe like animal. This is like an animal penis.
It looks very. Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
It looks like a dog, like lipstick, dog lipstick penis.
Yeah,
right?
we're getting some confusion in the chats. Is that a picture of a fridge? Like, what's going on here? It's not a fridge.
So so the way that this technology works, that's so groundbreaking, is the way that they made these refrigerators. It's not like a refrigerator in like your typical sense. Like the refrigerator that you find in your kitchen, or if you're like me, your bathroom. It's the way that they make it, they take two semiconductors and they sandwich it together. So they sandwich it together and they heat up one side, and so one side gets hot and the other side stays cool. And by doing that, it generates electricity. So this technology has actually been used on.
You could create like supercompute. It's like super cooling technology. That's like
it's super cooling technology.
You know, you get sometimes, guys. We learn stuff up here in the silent helicopters. We learn stuff that you wouldn't think you would otherwise.
I love that I know what this is, but I still don't know what hyperbole is.
No, yeah, neither do I. I was trying to say I just can't.
Don't ask me.
I can figure out how to incite a terrorist revolution that takes down the American government, but I can't. I just can't get that science.
I hope that they develop this further, because if you like put like a stew in your refrigerator and you let it sit and you open it back up, and then for some fucking reason all the juices have separated to one side from the other bits, you have to mix it together. Is that just me?
No, that happens. Yeah, that happens.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? If they develop this further, no more of that, baby.
Whoa! I didn't even think about that, because it's evenly cooled throughout, and it's at a perfect temperature. Yeah. We're wondering. Yeah. We're getting some fear in the chat, though. It could create some sort of Mr. Freeze. Are we afraid of a Mr. Freeze sort of thing happening?
I don't understand. Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze, like from Batman. There's been an insurgence of vigilantes and superheroes building in the world right now, and I don't know if we need to add a Mr. Freeze to the mix unless he's on our side. So
unless he's on our side.
Well, if anybody in the chat, if you know a German scientist that hates fascism but loves cooling technology, drop a link in the chat. We'll reach out to him. We're going to move on to our next segment, though. We're going to bring on our first guest of the night. He's the host of the Wizarding World Doom Room. He's got a channel WizWorld Live here on Twitch. You can watch him. I don't think he's a fascist. I really hope not. We're gonna find out in a minute. Frankie Griffin, everybody.
Hello. I guess I'll
Hi.
start by saying I'm not a fascist.
All right, great.
All right,
Always a good
cool.
thing. Always
Just
a good
open with
thing.
that.
Always
That's
a good thing
perfect
on
for
this
this
show.
show.
We had a fascist a few weeks ago, and
Did you really?
that fucking guy.
That fucking guy.
Who-
Oh my god. I thought it
Who
would be
was it?
cool. He was like a fascist, but only for Fanta soda, and he, right,
Yeah.
right. He's fascist for only for Fanta soda,
Yeah.
but he just ended up being just like, but he was still a fascist.
Yeah, that's still fascism.
It's still
Yeah.
fascism.
Yeah,
He's
still a
Fanta boarding
fascist.
people is a whole mess. Uh,
It's a whole goddamn mess and so
Fanta
sticky.
how are you? What's going on today? How are you doing? Are you fighting fascism?
Yeah, I mean, trying to well, I mean trying to manage the channel now because we have 3 shows a week.
Mhm.
Now we're trying to build more, and also trying to figure out how to move out of LA.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Well, because I moved here for an industry that's now either dead or remote, so there's not
It's not
much
fun.
reason to stay and keep paying LA rent.
It's very true
Mm,
because you can do
yeah.
anything anywhere now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could be in that forest. That's the like.
Well, you're
dream.
not in a forest.
No. This is a virtual back.
Oh yeah, the nearest forest
Whoa.
to Los Angeles is on fire. I forgot.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to deal with
This is-
bears.
This is my actual background. The
Oh,
desk bathroom area of my 2 bedroom.
it doesn't even look. It looks like you're in. There's like maybe like a big circus tent. I thought you could be the greatest showman.
That's my
you
my
can't.
cheapo green screen.
Yeah, you can't lift the veil. Also, don't let the government know where you are. They watch this. We've already been involved in a
Oh.
lawsuit with Louisiana police.
That's okay.
Weird. We are named in a lawsuit.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that, and you know what? Every time I remember, I'm so proud of it. So proud.
I was worried from that I might have gotten swatted a few nights ago. Randomly,
gosh.
EMTs showed up to my house at 4 a.m. to my silent helicopter, and they
They flew up to a silent helicopter.
yeah. Well, sometimes we park. Sometimes we park.
Sometimes they park and
It-
just yell. Did they yell
Yeah.
at you? At you?
They yell. Well, it's silent. They didn't have to yell. So anyway, they got here and they like called us because they had the phone number was on the door packages. Anyway, helicopter, right? So
Okay.
so anyway, they called and they're like, oh, somebody's ODing in your apartment, in your
Whoa.
helicopter, and I was like, nope, definitely not happening here. We're asleep. It's 4 a.m. And they left, and then an hour later, the police came, wondering if somebody had OD'd in the flying helicopter. So that
So the
was
police
really
came like way later.
yeah, an hour later at 5 in the
Super
morning.
useful.
Super useful.
Good work.
Good response time.
Your tax dollars are going here.
Yeah. I really hope we're causing that much chaos, but I really don't think we are. I've got this
No.
conspiracy theory right now. I've been. Do you have the
yeah,
app
go ahead.
Citizen?
Yes.
So it gives alerts all the time of crimes that are happening in the area that I don't actually think are happening. There's no evidence for them. There's just police responding to people with weapons all day, everywhere. And I've lived in this neighborhood forever, and it never happens. And now all of a
The
sudden,
stuff
Right.
that is gets on there. I'm so suspicious because it's like someone fired 1 billion shots. I'm like,
I didn't see
hear-
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't
shot.
hear 1 billion shots.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I think it's them fixing their budgets, and or it's like some sort of Russian troll thing to scare people, just calling a bunch of fake police calls in different neighborhoods, get it to come up on apps, confuse the police, get everybody angry, because they just randomly came to my house.
Yeah, I mean, so like how it allegedly works is they essentially have scanners for like every emergency service in a city,
Yeah,
and then they have some kind of AI that like takes those calls and like files them, and then some employee then finalizes like checking them off. for the thing, but like anyone can call in anything.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And if it's serious enough, they like have to respond, and then it'll show up on the app, and then they'll be somewhere. It'll increase police funding because of there's more responses, and it'll create.
I think that's
animosity.
the point of it for sure.
Yeah.
Wait,
it's
so
to make people feel unsafe and encourage funding for cops.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that if I call 911 and I say you gotta get a squad car down here. My neighbor's binge watching all of Doctor Who. And he has a gun pointed at his dick.
See, okay, yeah, I was like, that's not going to appear on Citizen, but technically, if he's in his apartment with a gun pointed at his dick, I don't know. I think that might be okay.
That's the only way to watch Doctor Who.
He says if he catches one bad episode, he's just gonna blow the thing right off, and I don't know what is gonna happen. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. Will that come up on Citizen?
I mean, it seems like it could, because it doesn't have to be like an actual crime. It has to be a call that like goes out.
It has to be a call that goes out.
Yeah, that's very okay. Now I'm curious. Who made Citizen app?
I don't know. Definitely not.
I don't know. It just seems like this thing that popped up, and I don't know who's behind it.
The app was originally called Vigilante, which
ooh,
bit of a honking horn dog whistle.
I love it when my dog whistles.
It'd be really funny
Founder
to
and
use
CEO.
Citizen as a vigilante source, because then you're showing up to everything like 30 minutes after it happened.
Okay, some jackass from Las Vegas.
Wait, so maybe this app was designed for people who want to be vigilantes. Right? They have an app like, I want to go save people, and I don't know where the crime is. So they're like, they pop up the Citizen app, and they're like, that bozo's robbing a Dunkin' Donuts, and they're like, thank you, let me go save somebody.
I want all your fucking tater tots. I want all your fucking glaze, and I want the chocolate. I don't want any bagels. You give you any fucking bagels, I will shoot you.
Kadoosh! Stop right there, Brennan! Fat man is here! I'm just a fat
Kevin Smith?
Dude!
Kevin Smith, yeah. I mean, he does his show in the bar right up the street from that Dunkin' Donuts. He's going there after the show.
Oh my God. Frankie, you seem like you could save somebody. Who would be your if you could be a hero, what would your hero be?
Oh boy, that's a good question.
Like, what would be your vigilante persona?
I think I would have to lean into my general wizardry branding, right? And have some kind of a magical thing, but also a staff is the only weapon I'm trained to use. So I could actually just
out of
beat the shit out of people with the staff.
Yeah.
So I think I just
When you say you're trained to use a staff, you mean like you're in administration, you're in head.
yeah. I'm super good at spreadsheets, plugging in and out software. Yeah. No, when I took martial arts, when we got to like red belt or something, we were allowed to pick a weapon to start training with. And I loved Donatello, so I picked the staff.
Picked the staff
instead of a sword or something. Or like they had like pole arms. I could have used this.
Right.
Like
Well,
I could have had
you
some
just
way
put
cooler.
a knife on the end of the staff, right?
It's very similar. Yeah.
Just remember that, guys. Next time you're out protesting, you can put a knife on the end of anything, and it's a spear.
You sure can.
Yeah, remember that, guy. You remember that, y'all? You can put a knife on the end of anything and turn it into
a little tip from the Antifa show. You can put a knife on anything.
I think that's in the anarchist cookbook. That's why they banned it.
Remember when that was like the most dangerous thing on the internet?
Oh yeah,
Anarchist
cookbook. This is how you can compost your feces. Ooh.
Ooh. Had to like download it from some shady like FTP directory.
I read that thing and I was like, man, there's nothing edible in here at all. I was like, oh man, I'm all hungies all the time. Anarchist cookbook, more like just poison. I can't eat this.
Just poison from the anarchists. Exciting stuff says even on the end of a stick of butter. Yes, anything.
Yeah.
Just kind of mush the knife into the, soften it a little bit first.
Definitely, if you ram it into another piece of butter, it'll stab it.
Or freeze your butter, take it out, and then whittle the butter.
Oh, whittle it down. Now that should be in the anarchist cookbook.
Wow.
That should be.
And then you stab somebody, butter melts, no murder weapon.
Yeah, there's no weapon, there's no fingerprints.
Maybe we
Don't you ever want to just like stab somebody with like a sharpened butter knife, and then when you're done, you can go up to the wound and lick it, and you're like, tasty.
When you say butter knife, you mean a knife made out of butter, not a knife.
Literal butter knife.
Right. Thank you, propaganda czar. You need to really make that distinction.
So speaking of propaganda, would you say your channel is mostly anti-fascist propaganda paid for by George Soros?
Yeah, I mean, the money from Soros has slowed down considerably, but we're just kind of keeping it up on spec in case he ever decides to start cutting checks again.
He's been spending a lot of money on jetpacks and soup cannons lately, so it's
right. Oh yeah, he's his line item for tuna and U-Haul rentals is just through the roof.
Yeah, I mean Jupiter, like the planet, has cited earlier in the chat that it's really hard to justify the expense of a silent electric helicopter, but the thing is it really is more of a statement that echoes. I mean, it doesn't echo because it's silent, but the statement echoes like throughout the world, and like fear. It breeds fear in the heart of the right. So that's priceless. If this was a MasterCard commercial, breeds fear in the heart of the right. Priceless.
Priceless.
Gotta love the man.
Yeah, gotta love the man. Gotta love credit card. I'm always disappointed when I see a comedian who's already rich hawking credit cards. That always bums me out. Like when I saw Tina Fey do it, I was like, "Why Tina Fey?"
Oh, because she bought a boat with her credit card, and then she decided, "Oh, I don't want to pay for my boat."
Wait, Tina Fey's hawking credit cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, she. Well, I mean.
She steals them in Grand Central Station, and then she's got a machine where she copies them, and she goes to McDonald's. If you've ever had your credit card stolen, they copy it, they throw it away, they go to McDonald's, they buy like 20 cheeseburgers, and they somehow make that. If you look on your statement, it's like, I don't even get it.
Why do people who steal others' credit card identities always just use it on the dumbest shit? Like the dumbest shit, immediately the fucking stupidest thing.
And it seems like it's a hard thing to do. That would it's not an easy thing.
No, it's not. Like why are you using it for?
Yeah.
Then your bank calls you up and they're like, did you order 1,000 pizzas from Pizza Hut? And you're like, oh, Pizza Hut? No, never.
I used to,
what are you doing?
I used to do a lot of anti-fraud work for the various tech jobs I worked at.
Fraudsters can be fascists. I like that.
One time, this was back when I worked for this like really piece of shit middleman like lift ticket arbitrage company. Right. But I noticed that we were getting a lot of credit card reports from people who lived in Canada. And then I tied the transactions to lift tickets from one resort in Canada. And what I found out was there's this group in China who were selling like ski tours. And so they would take the money from their Chinese customers and then use stolen credit cards to buy the lift tickets to the resort in Canada. And so, like, everyone on the tour had no idea. And I'm sure the fraudsters were just pocketing all the cash from their customers.
That's so much money, too, for like a whole ski trip.
Yeah, it was a 6-figure fraud ring that I busted up. And I had to talk to the Mounties.
That's straight up anti-fascist until the Mounties. Mounties are fascist.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was not given the choice of going over to beat them with a stick, so I had to.
Did they ride down here on their horses?
I wish that would have been worth it to actually talk to them in person.
Well, we got somebody we can talk to in person. You're gonna stay here,
Oh,
Frankie. We're gonna bring
okay.
in our friend here, weapons expert for Antifa. We've been talking about a lot of new tech we're developing here: the Soros
Butter
packs, the
knives.
soup cannons. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I heard a couple of mentions of the soup cannons there and everything. Those
Yeah.
have been flying off the shelves online. Everybody's saving their Soros bucks for the next shipment, and it's just boom, 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 out, you know?
Bada bing,
But
bada
we got some
boom.
exciting stuff coming along. Yeah.
That's
Um,
what's your name
You know,
there,
the
though?
latest news is
We're new to, I'm more big picture sort of thing. This is kind of like getting to know you, Antifa staff stuff. We're bringing what if
You
you
know
can't
what?
tell your name
Right
to the
now,
people
just
here.
because I know the cops are watching this, just call me X, okay?
X?
Just gonna go
All right.
for X. Yeah.
Like Malcolm X.
I mean, I'm white,
Exactly.
so I'm not gonna
More
make that
DMX?
comparison.
X gonna give it to you?
Also, I am white again, so both individuals I admire, but I'm not about trying to appropriate that, especially in these times. So, yeah.
I understand X.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I don't want law enforcement to have my real name, and I know they've been watching this show, so
Oh, absolutely.
gotta watch.
Yeah.
Watch out for that.
Yeah.
So X, I know you've been developing a lot of new tech for us. You were big in the soup cannon project. You were
Right.
ahead of that. You helped a lot with the silent helicopters. That's kind of like what got you in the game, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of how I started, and just I was brought on for numerous other projects, and yeah, the whole soup cannon thing has now turned into tuna cans.
Oh yeah.
as well.
We'll go to the
mean,
clip
it's,
real quick here.
the
Just to kind of explain
right
further.
here, Obama, yeah.
They're all Democrat-run cities and states, all of them, every single one. The Republicans are doing great, but they have to ask, by law, they have to ask us to go in. So we did it in Minneapolis, you saw that. But this is, it was too late. Was it like 10 days? And the police are excellent, but they're not allowed to do their job. Now they wanted to fund the entire department. There's not going to be anybody to protect you. And the people are starting to go wild. And that's why I'm going to win the state of Minnesota.
Wild.
I'm going to win Minnesota.
Wild. Oh, that's why he's going to win Minnesota that time.
But you remember that beautiful day? It was 10 days late. You had these people from CNN and other places.
CNN and
These
other
are
places.
friendly protests.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
God, fucking.
Oh,
damn.
we gotta listen to this asshole talk more.
Yahoo's
Goya,
design
I
is
hope
such
Goya, he's
bullshit.
great, isn't he? Good guy. Fish and soup, you know that, right?
All right, here we go.
Protest, it's a
It
lovely
is.
thing to say. As he's getting rocks and cans of tuna fish, they go out and buy tuna fish and soup. You know that, right?
Tuna fish.
Goya, I hope. Goya, he's great, isn't he? Good guy. They go out and buy Goya.
He thinks his name is Goya.
They throw it. It's the perfect weight.
Tuna
Tuna fish, you
fish.
could really rip it, right? And that hits you.
Trump is
No, it's true.
on to us,
Bumblebee.
but you know what?
Ran
That's
to it. And you can throw that soccer. You can put a curve on it. You can do whatever the hell you want.
And part of the thing,
No.
it may to the layman look like he's just manipulating the stock market at his whim, but actually he's learned about our new tech. Oh, X?
Yes, he really has. Although the one flaw in his speech there is he was saying that we were buying Goya tuna, and that is not a brand that Antifa works with.
Bumblebee tuna.
That is very much a Trump aligned. So that is not where we're getting our supply.
It's really important
that
to
being
fact check
said,
these
we
things.
have, what was that? Bumblebee tuna is one of our suppliers. Also Starkiss, Chicken of the Sea.
Chicken of the Sea.
Yes.
That's yeah.
Yes. But we recognize that while the soup cans were, the soup cans, they're great for shorter range combat because they're heavy, so they can't necessarily go so far just due to the size and the weight of everything. But you take a tuna can and you can almost throw it like a ninja star.
Oh,
it is a tuna star now.
It is a tuna
That's
star,
just if you want to do hand-to-hand combat, but we also do have tuna can launchers where, imagine a hockey puck just coming right at your face.
Right at your face.
But it's metal.
I
full of
I remember
It's
when
metal.
I was in the Antifa lab the other day, you were
the
showing
great
me.
part about
You were showing me the van you're making. It was inspired by the Ninja Turtles pizza van. On the top, there's just a loader with tuna cans that go out and they shoot out straight out of the top. And that, I think, is going to be, when we get those in the streets, that's going to be great.
Absolutely,
One day, if we can find a hard enough pizza, I'd like to move back to the original concept.
That's great, and then we have a more handheld operation. We have a handheld unit where it's basically you just load in a clip of tuna cans.
Very
and
nice.
It just launches those out. It's it's pretty great.
You developed that with our comrades at Nerf, right?
Just like you had the excuse with the soup cans of if you got caught with the soup can, it's soup for my family. It's tuna for your family.
Yeah, that's it took us
for my family.
I'm really proud of that one.
Tuna casserole. It's not a weapon. It's tuna for my family.
I was really proud of that one. As propaganda czar, every now and then I get a real Don Draper moment. And when I pitched that one to George, like tuna for my family, we're gonna get that big doofus to say tuna. We're gonna throw tuna cans at him. We're gonna get him to say tuna for my family. It's actually going to be a political slogan on our platform in the next couple of years. Tuna for your family, vote Antifa.
I'm honestly surprised that
That's
Biden
fantastic.
hasn't come out and said tuna's not for your family.
That motherfucker's going rogue. If he doesn't follow the plan and shoot himself after swearing in, I am gonna fucking be so upset.
One hand on the Bible and the other on his gun.
And as soon as he finishes, kabam! We take over.
just like Comrade Bernie wanted.
Then we get King Obama, Premier Clinton will be in on it. Attorney General, part of what we're doing here, I'd like to kind of Shark Tank this. I know you have some ideas for new stuff that we'd be coming out of the pipeline here. You want to throw some of your ideas out here? Right.
Well, it's interesting. I was going to ask X what they think about this. X, so I have this little canister of hand sanitizer, right?
Yeah.
Little hand sanitizer, and I want to have like a double in my pocket. One that's real hand sanitizer, and the other that's just pure skin melting acid, just for my enemies.
Ooh.
But the thing is, I don't want to carry around two things of hand sanitizer. I got too much jangle in my pocket, right? Mm-hmm. How can we combine the two? What do you think?
That's a great idea, and we have been talking more about trying to streamline our weapons and defense devices because, we have our operatives out in the field. How much shit can you carry with you all the time?
Exactly.
I feel you. That's two things right there.
Too many things.
Yeah, it is way too many things.
I really like the idea of weaponizing acid in this way too.
Yes.
If Antifa never uses a gun. If anybody's out there and they say they're a member of Antifa, they're using a gun. We don't. We only use things like swords, tuna cans, flamethrowers, acid apparatus, milkshakes, shoes, pallets of bricks. Never guns, but maybe if they shoot a soup launcher, a soup cannon, not a gun. Right. It's different.
Right.
But I love
Right.
this idea, AG.
Right.
Yeah, that is a great idea. And you know what? I will make that suggestion, when I'm back in the lab there, and we'll see what we can whip up, because that's a really good, I think that's something that a lot of our members can benefit from.
Frankie, do you have any pitches for X
thank
here?
you so much.
Okay. So we saw that U-Haul vans are very conspicuous, and they figured it out right away. It just took one U-Haul van, and they figured it out. So what if, we paint the U-Haul van and have it say MAGA Haul on the side, and then in the passenger seat we have a mannequin in a KKK outfit.
Oh, so you can go in the carpool lane.
Right. yeah, and then you can get to the designated riot, faster. But then, cops will let you through. They'll wave you in, and news will ignore it.
Wow, that's a hard thing to wrangle. Yeah, maybe if it's instantly inflatable.
One of the other ideas we've had as well is trying to mobilize soccer moms in minivans, because they have a large enough vehicle where they can haul some of this stuff, but again, inconspicuous.
Exactly.
Especially if they have a kid in the back seat who they're just like, oh no, Timmy's on his way to soccer practice. These are down with fascists. The fascists are the opposing team.
Right.
We sponsor a lot of youth soccer teams around the country. You see it on the back of the jerseys a lot. It's usually local construction companies and ice cream places, and then Antifa.
Death, and then they just say death to America.
Yeah.
The critical race theory all-stars.
Yeah, the Cleveland Death to Americas. That's the team name.
Nothing says I will bring death to your land like a gaggle of soccer moms.
This is very, very true.
And the
thing is that a lot of other white people are unassuming about soccer moms. They don't even realize the evil amongst their own kind. I mean, they're not do. But
no, you've actually created a lot of the cloaking technology that keeps them mingled with humans. Sorry, not humans. Sorry, there's a lot of soccer moms that are in Antifa. If you watch Keith Olbermann, you're part of the resistance, and it's a bigger net that we're casting than you know.
Is he still going?
Is he? I don't know. Have the secret police arrested Keith Olbermann for leading the resistance yet?
Didn't he give up on fighting against Trump and stop doing his show, or am I misremembering?
Did that happen?
That's what I thought he just gave up on doing news.
Oh boy. Oh, I wish I knew.
Yeah. He was doing a web series which was renamed The Resistance, and then he quit and went back to Sports Center to do play-by-play. He just said, fuck it.
Wow, that really worked out well this year too, huh, Keith?
Wait, I've got one more idea that I just want to get X's input on.
Yeah, sure.
X, as you know, and as the propaganda czar knows, I am ready to sacrifice myself for this cause at any moment.
Whoa.
And the
Absolutely.
specific way, and you know what? There's that aspect about me, and then there's the aspect about me that's just an aggressive seductress. Not even trying. I don't even have to try. I even got to try to be so seductive, And I just, I just want to combine the two just for the cause, if I ever need to. And the way that I'm seeing it play out, if I ever need to just take somebody out for our cause, I will get that person, probably a man, but it could be any gender. And I will meet up with them, and I will begin having oral sex with them. And what I want to happen is I just want to install like a detonator device right into the back of.
I think I
So
see where
it's
you're going with
coming.
this.
The detonator is coming out of you. It's
I
not
do- I
like
want
the
to-
the
I
fish and
want to-
anaconda that swims up your pee hole, coming out of your mouth up a pee hole. It's coming out of your pee hole down a throat.
It's, sorry, sorry. Hold on. I want to just put. I want to install a detonator device right in the like back of my throat,
Right.
right where the neck meets the collarbone, so that if anything ever hits it, a giant bomb
Oh.
taking me and probably everything in a 20-foot
Oh wow!
radius.
So it's your own
Now-
kind of self-destruct failsafe. It's not like
Yes,
you're
I know.
implanting
So
explosives
wouldn't
into
you-
men.
Wouldn't you have to use this by like sucking off a cop?
I'd have to. That's the thing. That's the thing that I'm getting at. So I'm gonna deep throat this enemy of ours, right? And then the object that goes into my mouth, it could be a cock, it could be just some fingers, because who cares? it'll touch that detonator device, and then boom, bam, wow.
So
yeah,
your
bam.
last word is gacha.
Yeah. My problem with this is, I'm so afraid that I'm so afraid that I'll just be eating one day, and I just put like too much food in my mouth.
Yeah. What
right?
if you swallow something and it gets stuck in your throat? You know.
Yeah, and then boom, and then it hits the button, and then I and then I take out everybody at a Jollibee for no goddamn reason. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I
Yeah,
mean,
that definitely would be one of the things that we would have to take into consideration during the design process.
but it's something you could rig up.
You think it's
It's
possible?
something we could definitely pull up a prototype for sure. You know, we won't really know all the risks associated with it until the prototype is built, but then we can, you know, assess if you know, the risk is worth it. You know, if you can
Right.
just have it implanted in there and not need to worry until you're sucking a cop off. Or,
You
or
know,
if it's
though,
something you're going to need to be a little worried about.
The major issue with this problem, this idea though, is that all cops have tiny penises, so they'll never
true.
reach the back of your throat.
What if it's sound activated? Like when you hear
Oh.
someone go and then it goes off.
Yeah, you'd need to suck a
Oh.
lot of dick in the studio and get the samples. So like we
Right.
know right exactly where the threshold is, and we'll right.
You have
Oh,
to
like, it'll, like,
you
be-
have to do some calibration.
You
Yeah.
think it'll
Yeah.
be voice
We can do
activated?
that.
I
voice-
mean,
voice
it could
activated,
work.
sure.
Yeah.
Or like
So
maybe a phrase like "Come in my mouth, you cop,"
Right.
Uh,
Could
I'm
be
thinking-
activated by
because you would
some
never
risk.
say that to someone who's not a cop.
that's true. You wouldn't say it. I'm thinking more of a sound that's like just like maybe like three of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say like and then threes where it blows out.
yeah.
Like with
yeah.
like when you brush your teeth and you try and get the back of your throat, you're just like
Right.
just get the
You'd have to get the tuning right. You'd have to get the tuning right too,
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
tone would be different depending on dick width and
Oh,
know
yeah.
throat, how much you know how hydrated you are and stuff.
This is
Right.
this is a sophisticated trigger.
You know, this is a sophisticated way to take out an enemy. So you know, you can't just walk up to somebody with a butter knife, and to be specific, a knife made out of butter. You just stab a motherfucker in the chest. No, you gotta come at it with a little bit of finesse.
I'm dropping links in the chat here. If you guys have any questions for pitches for X here, any ideas, if you want the Attorney General to suck your dick in the studio, we can maybe work that out. Should I put that out there? Would you, if we found that, we auditioned people and stuff?
Yeah. If
We'd
we
have to
all-
get like
it's-
a range of dick sizes, like a scale, we'd have to work it out.
Yeah, we could just get a bunch of dildos of different sizes off eBay or something.
That's true. Yeah. Would they have the same resonance if they were? I don't know.
Honestly, not even. We only need dildos. I got a broomstick in the back of my kitchen I could use.
I don't want you to hurt yourself. I want to do this safe. I feel like dicks are probably the safest way to do it.
Thank you so much for caring about me.
I
like
do.
You do.
You know, that's one thing. That's the biggest thing that anti-fascists do over fascists is we care about people.
Caring. Yeah.
We care about people. Fascists notoriously don't care about people.
A fascist would suck off a broomstick to make a bomb. You know, they just don't care.
Yeah, I mean, what happens to you know, if fascists start doing stuff like this? You don't know if you're gonna suck a fascist dick. See, that's the thing. That the weapons that. The thing, you know, X, are you worried about the FBI possibly stealing like soup cannon technology? Do you have
female body inspectors?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, the government will take anything they can get their hands on, you know, especially if they don't need to pay any sort of royalties for, you know, the design patents and copyrights, which I'm going to admit, they haven't been patented or copyrighted because then it has to go through the government.
Exactly. We do our own version.
Bit of a
It's an
catch-22.
old school version of copywriting. We just mail stuff to ourselves, and then the post office put a date on it.
Basically, yes, we just sign off on our own, you know, our own.
That's part of why they want to
patents and
abolish the
everything.
post office to get all our patents.
So, but yeah, you know, I'm afraid that, you know, Trump is already talking about tuna cans in his speeches. So, you know, I bet that the FBI is just trying to get their hands on one of our soup can or tuna can launchers.
We've got a caller on the line here, X. I wonder if this person. I really hope they're not an FBI agent right now. That would really ruin my night.
Hey, caller. Call you.
Hello?
Caller.
Caller?
Hello? Hello?
Caller, you there?
Yep, we hear you.
Yeah, I want to talk.
We hear
I
you.
want to talk about NPR.
Oh, all right.
I want to.
Just the organization NPR.
I want to know. I want to know what NPR is doing. Are they working with Antifa? Are they working with Trump? Are they truly nonpartisan? What is their deal?
Well, it's hard to tell sometimes because I believe, as with PBS, a large part of their money comes from the Koch brothers. So it's sometimes tricky. There's a little, you know, wagging the dog happening. There's a little bit of valid things happening. But I would think that we have, well, I wouldn't think, I know that we do have sleepers implanted within NPR. We've got their data. We know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be changing the name to the National People's Radio very soon.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you know,
We have sleep.
I've also been worried
We've got
about
sleepers and-
NPR lately because there was a news story last month, I think, about some like once again a new pipeline going through some indigenous land, and NPR said we made sure to talk to both sides, and they talked to some indigenous people and then the oil company.
Oh yeah, both sides. The company and
And they like gave them equal time, which is a very pro-fascist Koch brothers thing to do.
Yeah. Here's
Wow.
and they're the only people that don't like it too.
Yeah,
They're the only ones.
people who don't like it.
I mean, everybody
Well,
else
we've
thinks it's
got-
great.
everyone else loves it.
All I know is that like I was driving my car today, and
Okay.
I heard on NPR that they're doing a story tomorrow on All Things Considered about office furniture manufacturers and how people aren't buying office furniture anymore, like businesses aren't, but people are making home offices, so they're gonna buy. What a fucking boring story! What kind of story is that?
That's the complaint. It's dull.
I just had to get that off my chest, but I wish they were, you know, I wish they were telling stories that mattered.
So actually,
telling stories
since
that
you are
matter.
driving a car, you're part of the problem. You're contributing carbon emissions, and
No.
that's our sleepers within NPR. They are awakened during they're there to lull you into slumber while you're driving and to cause accidents and to murder motorists.
Oh man, so I should use my electric bike then instead of my car.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Or just don't listen to NPR.
Yeah, I think
Drive
it's
your
gonna
car.
be. I I think it's gonna be not listening to NPR. I'm just not.
Listen.
I'm nonplussed.
Wait, don't tell me is paid for by George though. That's good.
Yeah, because they're always telling leftists to wait, and please don't tell me what you want.
So if I'm not listening to NPR anymore, what am I listening to? Where am I getting my Antifa news? Besides
here on the
here?
Antifa show.
Absolutely, yeah. Here on the Antifa show,
Yeah,
you can
right
just
here.
listen to the episodes over and over again.
That's true. That's true.
That's like you can listen to it more than once. You can watch it more than once. You know.
Oh, I'd also like to know. I have a question for X.
Yeah.
Are you in like a cool underground bunker somewhere, like just going over ballistics reports and like making weaponry?
Yeah, pretty much. That is basically what I do. I'm underground most of the time, and I'm in my little dorm area in the bunker. You know, there's a small group, a small commune, if you will, that we all just kind of spend our time developing weapons and weapons technology down here.
Yeah, it's really cool.
so-
You know, there's like bare stone walls with like big panes of glass, and the floor lights up, and everybody's really hot. It's like that sort of place, you know.
Yeah.
Have you enlisted the aid of any like mole people to help?
Not at this point.
I feel like
they are neighbors. They are neighbors.
They
of
are
the lab.
neighbors. They are neighbors, and we're on good terms with them. We want to remain on good terms with them. They honestly have seemed kind of removed and disinterested in human conflicts.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they do kind of hate the surface world, right?
That's they really do. So they just kind of want to stay out of a lot of it, and kind of in order to remain on the good side, we need to just kind of respect their space. So that's kind of been our plan of how we've related to them. So
yeah, I hear that. Wow, thank you, X. That wow.
Attorney General, if it came to it further down the road, do you think you could suck a mole person's dick to self-destruct? Do you think you would do that for the cause?
Well, if I could let Ira Glass shit on my chest on Tuesday.
I didn't even know about that one. Was that a Comet Ping Pong or was
Why
that
on a
different
Tuesday?
It was at Gregory's TGI Fridays party last year.
Oh wow! Oh man, I missed
He
that
was like,
one.
I'm going to TGI Fridays on Tuesday. And I was like, I'm gonna get Ira Glass is gonna shit on my chest.
You'd think with a name like Ira Glass that they do it on top of a glass coffee table, but he
table.
does it right on your chest.
I think Antifa should reach out to Ira Glass to make this Antifa life.
Oh, that could be
Ooh,
very
This is
interesting.
Antifa
Yeah.
life.
What would you pitch me an episode?
You interview Antifa and then they like throw rocks at stuff. But you record it so you hear like ding 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 as the rocks are hitting things.
The sound play.
Just the sound.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, caller, that seems to be the perfect thing. I mean, we were just talking about how boring NPR
It's
is.
true.
So
And
this
nothing
Antifa
is more
life
exciting
would-
than quiet B-roll of rocks landing.
Jupiter, like the planet, is suggesting in the chat that we should only talkie to Vice News.
Doesn't that get people murdered now though?
It did. That one guy who, not a member of Antifa because he used a gun, but
Have to remember that.
Not a member of Antifa, but he was definitely murdered by the police right after doing an interview with Vice.
Wow.
Right.
You know, Vice
Right
was
after his
actually
interview by
also
Vice.
started by Gavin
Yeah,
McGinnis,
Gavin McGinnis.
famed right-wing Proud Boy creator, evil, Robert E. Lee, born again in Brooklyn, and I hate him.
Yeah. Honestly, fun fact about Gavin McGinnis, he's seen every season of Sailor Moon at least
For
twice.
sure, absolutely.
That
Every
mustache definitely has a
single
Sailor Moon
season
kind
of
of flair.
Sailor Moon.
Which sailor do you think Gavin is? I think he's kind of a Sailor Mars.
You know, I was gonna say that actually. I was gonna say that. Sailor Mars, God of War. I think so.
Caller, what sailor would
so.
you be?
Ooh.
I don't know him well enough. One with a skirt,
Boo.
a skirt and a blouse, and long hair.
Okay. Blackbeard.
I'm sorry, this is not my forte.
Blackbeard. Did you say Blackbeard, the pirate?
That's he's a sailor.
Sailor Blackbeard.
Sailor Blackbeard.
Mars, Jupiter, and Blackbeard. We'll get you a tuxedo mask.
Man?
What was that?
Could I be the tuxedo man? Isn't there a tuxedo magician who wears a top hat?
He's tuxedo mask because he wears a tuxedo and a mask.
Thank you. Yes. So that one, I kind of know him.
I think Collar sounds handsome, like tuxedo mask type.
Oh wow! Thank you. Wow. I just came to complain about NPR, but you really boosted my spirits.
Oh, that's good.
That's what Antifa does: boost spirits.
Hey, yeah, that's what this is about.
That's what we're here for. Fascism is here to crush you. We're here to lift you up. We're here to give you, when your hand is empty, we'll put a can of tuna in it and we'll say, throw it at that cop.
Yeah.
You
And I'll
what?
say-
If that makes me a terrorist, then I'm proud to be a terrorist.
Absolutely.
Someone clip that chat, please. Clip it.
Terrorist pride.
Terrorist pride. That is also in June.
Terrorist pride. Depending on who you ask, some people would definitely say. Some
It's the
people
same
would definitely
weekend.
say that.
I can't wait.
For,
I can't wait.
for terrorist
For
pride.
terrorist pride.
The float we're building is going to be really awesome. Really, I hope we
Crazy
get the
good
Bristol
go down to West-
Cannon
go down-
Turtles Pizza truck ready for the pride float.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I think we should be ready by then, for sure.
Sorry, go.
All right, guys.
I was just tickled picturing someone shooting like pride themed pizzas off the back.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. You could do rainbow colored
Like
sausages,
rainbow toppings.
and then for the terrorist, because it's gay pride and it's terrorist pride. So for the terrorist pride ones, there's just little soup cans instead of pepperoni.
Yeah, every other one. It switches off as you shoot.
Can you can a pizza, Attorney General? Do you think you could do that? Could you can a pizza?
Ooh.
That's
No
a
way.
product. There is canned pizza.
How
What?
big is the
There's
can?
pizza in a can.
Pizza in a can?
I
Pizza-
think it's like a regular
What?
can, yeah. Or it might be like a really
Wow.
wide can, but yeah, it definitely
I
exists.
found it.
Oh wow!
Link
All
in the
right,
chat
X.
there.
We need to get
Domino's made it, of course.
we need to get in touch with Domino's.
Of
Uh,
course. Oh my god.
I often
Maybe I'll
describe
do
our
that. Maybe I'll do
operation
that
as,
instead.
as a series of dominoes falling one by one, and this could just be the next one that gets us there. Well, let's hope. Next week we're gonna keep taking it. We're gonna, chink away at fascism a little bit more. Hit it with it'll be gone soon. And
Real soon.
Can't wait.
real soon with our guests here. X coming with the weapons. X was gonna give it to you, but X, we're not gonna do that. You just gave us some weapons, so thank you.
That's right. Yep.
Frankie, thank you for doing the show.
Thank
People
you
should
for
watch.
having me.
People should watch Wiz World live.
Yes,
He's
follow
in the chat
me. We
there.
got shows all weekend.
Shows all weekend. Very funny shows. Very good.
Thank you.
Anti-fascist programming. AG, you got any parting words for us here?
I just want everyone to stay safe out there, and if you need a friend, you can call me. No, you can. But I want you.
No,
to,
we're
but I
in
want
secret
you to stay
locations.
safe.
We're terrorists. We can't give out our phone
And
phone
proud
numbers.
of
That, and I just don't want to take no goddamn calls. Let's be
Not,
real.
and especially
I'm
not
gonna
if
be,
they.
I'm gonna be marathon
You gotta text me
I'm gonna get
first
real
before
high
you
and-
call me.
marathon the house party movies tomorrow.
Oh, nice! You're gonna watch both of the house party movies.
I'm gonna watch both of the.
You're gonna marathon 2 movies?
Yeah, I'm gonna marathon 2 whole ass movies.
Well,
we think
tomorrow
okay?
the Attorney General is gonna kid and he's gonna play, and hopefully.
Do we know if a kid and play are anti-fascist?
Oh, that's a good question. I would assume,
I would assume.
it's either. Kid could be, family values could be right wing. Play is generally anti-fascist. So we'd hope at least play is. But I get just one thing. We got to shout out to Star Trek in the chat. A lot of demand for that. So we're gonna tie off this show tonight. Thanks to our guests, Attorney General. I love you. We're gonna kill all these people together with the swords sticking straight out our butts, or blowing people
in the back of my throat.
Detonator in the back of your throat. All right. Good night, everybody.
I'd like to take a pig out here in this parking lot and shoot him in their motherfucking face.